Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Let's see, do I have a? Don't think I need a quorum, but just wanted to make certain that everyone's on here. Okay, great. All right. So, hi. Good evening. I am Council Member Yolanda McCoy. I am the chair for the Wilmington Education, Youth, and Families Committee. Today is Wednesday, February 9th. We will be having a meeting this evening. It does start, well, I'm a little late. Normally starts at 5 p.m. I would like for all the members of council to introduce themselves.
This is Councilwoman Linda Gray, First District. I think I'm Vice Chair.
Any other members of council?
I'm sorry, did you tell us to introduce yourself? Council?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
introduce.
present. Sorry about that.
All right, now it's Councilwoman Zanthia Oliver, Third District. And I also see our council president, Mr. Congo's on as well. Okay, so
Thank you.
Not a problem. So I believe I have introduced all of our council members. Just wanted to make you aware that we actually had two items on the agenda this evening. At the moment, we'll be actually the presentation that was going to happen will not be happening for the parks. We will be looking at that for another date, but we do still have the one. Let me go back to it. We have in the presentation from, just one moment, Del State. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to try to maneuver between pages. So I have a presentation from Del State University about the SB 95 in the Inspire program. Do we have someone online to actually present and to talk about this program?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Zachary Rogers. I'm one of the admissions counselors. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties with my jump drive. It decided that it wanted to go AWOL in the matter of seconds. Sorry, just bear with me.
That's fine. So we are patient.
Oh, God. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have access to share my screen? Yep. Oh, I need access. I'm sorry.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Now we're saying at least we can hear him, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Give us a moment, please.
Not a problem. Okay. Oh, there you are. You're looking great.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So in the meantime, I believe our support staff at WITN is loading your presentation. I just want to say, oh my goodness, can you believe it? It's 5 o'clock and it's still daytime, and it was a beautiful day today.
Yes, it was. This weather don't know what it wanted to do.
Mr. Rogers,
I'm sorry.
We gave Mr. Rogers the ability to share.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you for providing this platform for me to be able to share this. My name is Zachary Rogers. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Delaware State University. I go by the Friendly Neighborhood Admissions Counselor. So today I'm going to give you a brief presentation on Inspire. I know you all have been looking at screens. They're working all day, so I'm not going to belabor it. So yeah, welcome. So as you know, the Inspire Scholarship is now it's always been 4 years. Originally, it was around $4,000 per year. With the new bill, it was actually passed last summer to move up to a full academic tuition scholarship for Delawareans who graduate and then they enter Delaware State University that incoming fall. So now it is full academic tuition, which is really amazing. You really don't hear about that. So a lot of Delawareans who, again, once they graduate and they go directly into Del State, their tuition is paid for. You have some students, if they're commuting, that's realistically a full ride for them. But if you're staying on campus, it's still manageable and you don't have to take out loans. And then a lot of times grants are used for that. And for students who qualify for the Inspire Scholarship and qualify for our GAP scholarships, which fills in the gaps with certain areas with fees and things of that nature, it's virtually a full ride either way. You just may have to find some grants if you want to stay on campus, which a lot of students are starting to figure out how to do. Some students have gotten cars from their parents after the tuition is paid and they're still at home. So it works out. So again, Delaware State University, we're offering a 4-year tuition scholarship for Delawareans who graduate from a Delaware high school and they have a cumulative GPA of a 2.75. So if a student, let's say we're still in the 2021, 2022 cycle, we're now in the application phase of the 2022-23. So if a student applies, let's say they applied last August, right, and they had a 2.5, they have until the following year essentially before they graduate to move up to 2.75. So for students who have a 2.75 through August, September, October, November, essentially they will get it. If a student doesn't get a 2.75 until, I don't know, May, right before they graduate, they would still qualify for it. They have until July 15th to improve their GPA, even though realistically graduation's in June. So again, I kind of, I get excited about these things. So sometimes I kind of jump ahead of my presentations. I'm used to the videos, but today it's just PowerPoint. But in order to obtain the Inspire Scholarship, you need to receive a diploma from a Delaware high school, enroll into Delaware State University directly after you graduate. Now, there are exemptions. If anybody is serving our country and they receive order papers, they can submit those, and then the scholarship will be basically put to the side for them. Or if there's any medical situations where, you have to take care of yourself medically, obviously we would never want that to happen, but if something happens to you from a medical perspective, that is another exemption. In order to qualify, you would just need a 2.75 GPA on a 4.0 scale, and you have to do your FAFSA. Even though it's free money, FAFSA, everybody, it's a loan. Yes, loan is a part of it, but FAFSA is also how you funnel any of your scholarships and or grants, which those are the two you don't have to pay back. I know y'all are very aware of this, so I do apologize if you know some of this information. So again, making sure you complete your FAFSA October 1st if you're applying for the next fall. But if you're currently, for a senior that's currently still considering, maybe I shouldn't apply to Delaware State University. I would definitely qualify for that. March 1st is coming up, which is kind of like a knock on the wood, like, all right, don't forget about me, your FAFSA, I'm calling you. And then continue to demonstrate good conduct, continue to be an upstanding citizen, don't receive any felonies or convictions or things of that nature. Just continue to be the awesome person that you're being. All right, so oftentimes we receive things, but it's how you hold on to them, right? So once you become a Hornet and you get to wear the red and the blue, and you get to see Two Fly running around campus, riding in golf carts and apparently minivans to Hornet Day. Once you get here and everything and all those things happen, in order to stay, you need to remain enrolled in 12 credits. 12 credits is full-time. However, we recommend students to do 15 because you never know what could happen. You may be overwhelmed. You thought 15 may have been, an easy mark, but then you're like, you know what? Pre-calc and the derivatives, they are giving me a lot of work. You know what? The periodic table, Bill Nye the Science Guy did not tell me about that. So we recommend that you stay in 15 credits just in case you have to drop one. And then also, we encourage you to do 15 because you may want to run for certain positions, whether it's SGA, Campus Activity Board, whether it's Greek Life. You want to make sure that you stay in your classification range. So in order to become a sophomore, you have to have 30 credits. In order to be a junior, you want to move up into the mid 50s. So you want to make sure that you're taking 15 because that keeps you in your threshold and that keeps your scholarship. You still have to maintain a 2.75 cumulative GPA. Continue to demonstrate awesome conduct. Just be yourself. And just have fun, but be safe and responsible. You have to complete 10 hours of community service. Last fall, it was waived due to COVID, but now you have to complete community service. It could be anything. You can give out to the homeless. You can volunteer at the recreation center. You can do things on campus. They have a cleanup activity for all student organizations where students will go around the campus and the Delaware community and they will clean up. So there's a lot of things that funnel into community service. And then again, you have to complete your FAFSA yearly. The most annoying thing is when you owe student loans and you're in, I don't know, I'm going to guess Forever 21, Aldo, GameStop, Bass, wherever you guys shop. And Sally Mae calls you and they're like, yeah, you owe us that money. you didn't do that FAFSA, so we didn't think you wanted to get the Inspire Scholarship. It's happened to my friend. That's why Aldo was specific, and it was very embarrassing. And I acted like I didn't know him. So make sure you do your FAFSA so you're not that friend that has to laugh at your friend for Sally Mae calling him or her. All right, next steps. You want to make sure that if you do decide to come to Delaware State, that you complete all the steps. Returning your acceptance agreement, which basically is saying that you attend Delaware State University. That is not binding. It's not binding until you actually register for courses. And then you would follow the registrar's add or drop policy, percentage of reimbursement, and things of that nature. Also, you want to make sure that you register for student orientation so you can get acclimated with the campus, meet your advisor. You want to make sure that you access your university email so you can get all correspondence. For all of my Inspire recipients or those who are basically aspiring to accumulate or basically be awarded the scholarship, if you're interested in housing, again, the Inspire Scholarship does not cover housing, but it covers all of your full academic tuition. However, you can say, Mom, Dad, I did my part. I got the full tuition scholarship. I just need you to put, front me on the end with the housing. You'll thank me later. I'll pay you back. And you probably won't pay them back, but it's okay. You're paying them back in spirit and hard work. Then you want to make sure that you submit your health forms. That normally requires like your physical, your shots. Now it's the vaccine, unless you have an exemption and a negative COVID test. Then your high school is going to submit your final graduated high school transcripts after you graduate. You must submit that so that you're able to continue to register for courses. It doesn't affect your Title IV funding, and that you can remain in academic integrity and make sure you just obtain everything that you need to obtain. Like I said, I wouldn't be before you long because I know you all are working hard and I believe in quick and powerful, but I would definitely take some questions if you have any. Oh, I see a hand.
Yes, thank you so much, Zachary. I truly appreciate that. Wonderful. You were truly fast. We didn't need speed, but we just wanted to make certain that you were thorough, and I felt like you were. We do have a council member who has a question. Councilman Oliver.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to thank Zach for that presentation and also acknowledge that I am a Delaware State graduate. But my question, and I think I heard you say this, so these are the classes for DSU, but you are located on DuPont Highway?
Yes, ma'am, 1200, yep, north.
Okay, so you're oh, excellent. You're down there with Patty Gilliam.
Yep.
Oh, good for you. And I thought you gave us some very informative information today for me to give to some students who are inquiring regarding maybe taking some classes or going to Delaware State University. Thanks again, and you tell Patty we said hi. You keep up the good work.
Will do, and thank you for that. Thank you for that feedback and kind words.
Okay. Were there any other others who had questions? Any other council members had questions? Don't see any. Okay. All right. Well, actually, I did have a question, Zachary. I'm actually very glad that Councilman Oliver brought that up. So I do want to clarify that if you wish to actually have the full college experience on campus in Dover, is this a scholarship that's not unavailable to you?
So you're saying if they're a Delawarean and then they graduated, are they able to stay on campus?
Yes.
So they would be able to stay on campus, but the scholarship doesn't cover the housing portion. So their academic tuition would be paid for. They would just have to come out of pocket for room and board. But what ends up happening is a lot of students will get the Parent Plus loans and they'll get other grants, and it comes close to paying the rest of the remaining balance off. But just from the sticker price, it will cover the full tuition, and you just be responsible for room and board.
Okay. I thank you so much. Let me see. There's another panelist. Yes, Councilman Gray. You have a question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was just wondering, do they have, you say the only thing that's not paid is room and board. Do they have to stay on campus with the scholarship?
No, they don't. I'm sorry.
They don't have to pay room and board to the school.
So if students want to stay on campus, they would have to pay it. But if students want to commute, then they would just, essentially, if they're commuting, everything would be paid for because they would just be paying for tuition.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful to hear. Oh, and I also like to acknowledge that Councilman Hartley has joined us. So let me see. My other question was basically about the SBA 95, and this is actually the state bill that increased the amount from $4,000. And so I'm sorry, what was that final amount again?
I don't remember the specific figure, but I know it was like low 4,000s originally.
Okay,
Like,
I'm sorry,
before the
but
bill.
what is the final amount that it's actually increased it to, so that will pay for the full ride? What was that amount again?
So it's listed, when we talk about it, it's listed as full tuition, but we're talking
Okay.
about our tuition. Sorry, they're renovating everything right now. Not
No,
renovating. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Okay.
renovating, but let me get that for you. So if you're looking at out of state and you're looking at just the tuition by itself, you're looking around just tuition by itself. For in-state, you're looking at for tuition, you're looking at around for yearly around 7,000. So
Okay.
yep. And then when it's during the regular semester, any of the traditional semesters, so fall and spring, you don't get billed per credit. You could take anywhere from, obviously you wouldn't take 1 to 18 credits, and no matter what range you fall in, you still get billed the same tuition. So pretty good.
Yes, it's very good. And I actually was not quite aware about the Inspire program until.
Why you wouldn't know?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. 9,000. Excuse me. I apologize. Around
Okay.
9,000.
Nah, bro. I said, so I wasn't quite aware about the Inspire program until I actually attended your last fundraising event at the Chase Center. And I'm always paying attention to what's going on behind the podium. And when they spoke about it, I was like, oh, everybody needs to know about this. So I
Right.
wanted to invite you here to make you aware, so that the parents here in Delaware, make them aware of all the resources that they have for their children.
Excellent. Yes, we're trying to work on bolstering our marketing for it. It's definitely a tremendous opportunity. I'm a product of an HBCU myself, but they did not provide this opportunity. So this is definitely a golden ticket.
It truly is. Zachary, I thank you so much for coming to present the Inspire program, which is actually, I didn't know whether you wanted to talk anything about the actual bill, but you just know more about the program. So I will put that information out later when we start sharing this video. But I want to make certain that all the parents who are actually trying to figure out what their children are going to do when it comes to school, that they are aware of the Inspire program. I
thank you so much.
I thank you so much for coming out and sharing with us. If there's anyone else that has any questions. Okay, well, it seems to be a very quick meeting. Thank you again, Mr. Rogers. Thank you again, Council, and thank you again, Councilman Gray.
Oh, I thought you meant about the presentation. Yeah, I have a question. Why
yeah.
didn't the administration send anyone on the parks issue?
You don't.
No, this is still, no, this is to Chair.
Okay.
Okay, so I basically stated that we've actually, that agenda item was actually removed from the agenda, and I will be able to have a conversation with you about that off the record. But I mean, well, off camera, off whatever. They there's a little bit more information, and they more so wanted to actually, I guess, share with the community rather than just on the video. So that's a long story short.
That's what I wanted to share with everyone, where we were with the park situation.
Okay. So that was a long story short. They wanted to hear from the community. They wanted to be able to share the information directly to the community and not here on the video. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Councilman Hartley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Did we receive his information for people that want to get in contact with him?
Oh, no, we didn't. Thank you very much. Zachary, if there's information that you need to share so that we can actually forward that information on for people who have questions, if you wouldn't mind putting it in the chat or sending us an email.
Sure. So I can give you, they have me doing everything. I'm going to give you my email, and then I'm also going to give you the Delaware the Delaware admissions counselor too as well.
Okay.
But yep. So let's see, Zachary Rogers.
So as we share this information and share this video, we'll make certain that we give whoever inquires about it, give them that information.
Awesome. Sounds good. And again, I just want to say thank you all for this opportunity and platform, and thank you for all of your service that you all do day to day.
Thank you again. Thank you again. If there aren't any other questions, did anyone else have any questions? Okay. All right. So now I just want to thank you again, Zachary, DSU, the legislators that actually brought forth the SB 95, the Inspire program, and all of Wilmington for hanging out with us today. Oh, Councilwoman Gray.
Madam Chair, I just wanted to make sure there was no public that wanted to speak.
Okay, thank you. Well, I do have one person in the public, but they actually hadn't raised their hand. So, is there anything that the public would like to state? Any comments? Okay, all right. So no, doesn't look like anyone in the public wants to make any statement. I normally check both sides before I wrap everything up. So I'm gonna wrap it up for the third time. This is my third closing. That's what one of my pastors used to say. So again, thank you, Wilmington. Thank you, DSU. Thank you very much, Zachary. I appreciate all the information that you have provided. So if there's nothing else, then I would like to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
I'll move.
All right. I say you have a great evening, Wilmington. Thank you for
Bye,
being with
everybody.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.